Okay, so I will just start by having you introduce yourself and say what schools you work at and what you teach.
Okay. Hi, my name is Natalie Lau-Chien, and I am a K through 12 ESOL teacher, meaning English for speakers of other languages. I work in Amherst, New Hampshire, and I teach at Clark Wilkins Elementary, Amherst Middle School, and Sohegan High School. It definitely has been very different. It took a while to get connected to all of my students, set up all the Zoom appointments with each of my students through their parents, and working through different language barriers. So I had to find apps to communicate with my parents. It's been a little bit more challenging for the younger students. They definitely need help from their parents to get on and to figure out how to do their assignments. But with the older students, they've been pretty great at doing their work, and it's been great to be able to use Zoom to connect with them and be able to share my screen with them. So, yeah.
So can you kind of talk to me about the transition process from the classroom to remote learning?
That was pretty crazy to try to switch from doing physical textbooks and hands-on activities to trying to find activities that my students can do online that were just as engaging. Having to scan a lot of books to make them digital so my students can use them. And I actually ended up having to drop off paper packets at my kindergartner and second grade students' houses because they just really needed the hands-on paper, physical assignments to do to be able to really practice the writing and work with the materials.
Do your school districts that you work within have plans in case social distancing is still in place in the fall?
So yeah, our school is closed through the end of the school year, and we are already making plans in case we are not able to reopen in the fall. So some plans have been, well, one plan that was on the table but got taken off the table was to loop the kids so that they would have the same teacher next year that could catch them up on things that they missed and that they would already know each other. But there were some complications in that. I guess my last thoughts would be that it definitely is challenging, but yet rewarding to be working remotely. I'm grateful for the technology that we can do this. 10, 15 years ago, this might not have been possible, and who knows what education would have looked like back then. But so it is great that we have the technology to stay connected to our students. Google Classroom is free, and there's so many websites that have become free, which has been such a great blessing to be able to have a lot of resources to give to my students without worrying about the cost of them for a district. But it can be tiring to be Zooming a lot, through the week. It has taken a toll on my back and my legs and a lot of other teachers. But it's just great to be able to stay connected. And that was a number one goal of our district, was to be able to maintain those connections with our students. And I think our district has done a great job of doing that and beyond. So, yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to come out of this at some point. But for now, I guess this is what education is going to look like.